welcome back. It's the 4th edition of My Teacher Wears Slippers. Now, I am so excited. I just went to the mailbox, and you're not going to believe it. It looks like we have another letter and a package, and it says from the Gingerbread Man. Now, I wanted to give you the option. Which one should we open first? I thought so. I'm interested in finding out what's in the box too. We'll wait to open the letter. Let's do this first. Let's take a look. Oh, I love big packages, don't you? So exciting. Oh, I hope that this is something that has to do with our holidays coming up this month. We have a lot in the month of May. May started last Friday. It was the first day of May. So I can't wait to find out what's inside. Let me see. Oh, you guys, look who is back. Who is it? It is the Gingerbread Man is back. Gingerbread Man, what were you doing in the box? What? Oh, he says I need to open the letter. He wants to talk about what's inside here, but the letter will give us more information. The picture's great, but we need to read the words. Okay, hold on, Gingerbread Man. Oh, I'm so excited to see you. Boy, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay, Gingerbread Man, let's open your letter. Here we go. You've been gone for a very long time. Oh, I see the stamp still. It's our flag. So, yeah, he's in the United States. That's the country we live in. We know we live in... This is our address, which, wow, a lot of you gave us your address. You're getting so good at that. Keep practicing. If it's still here, you can move it here to here. It's good to know your address. Okay, Gingerbread Man, we also want to know what city we live in. You live in Bakersfield? So do we. It's right there on my address, Bakersfield. And the state I live in, which it is one of the stars in our flag, it's California. So our city is Bakersfield, our state is California, and we live in the United States. That's our flag. All right, here we go. Whoa, this is a very long letter, Gingerbread Man. I can see that because it has a number at the bottom. 1. Do you see that number 1 right down there? And I see a number, if I can turn the page, I see a number 2. How many pages does our letter have? Oh, you're so good. It is. It's 2 pages. So sometimes if we have long information like reports or letters, we have to number them. We know we have 2 pages. Gingerbread Man must be busy. Here we go. Dear class, I missed you. Excitement. I am sorry I cannot see you in person. But I heard Mrs. Saba was posting videos, so I am visiting her at her house. Yes, you are. I'm so glad you came back. I am going to my house soon. I miss my family. Oh, let me get that. Yeah, I would miss my family too if I was gone that long. Did you know the United States has a special day to celebrate people in your family? Yeah, I did know that. Do you know that? There's special days that we celebrate family members this month in the May. Let me see if he knows them. Yeah, here we go. We call those days Mother's Day and Father's Day. Do you have family you would like to celebrate? Now, I think that's an interesting question, Gingerbread Man, because do we have to just celebrate mothers and fathers? No, it says that it's day to celebrate family. For example, I have 2 moms, so I get to celebrate 2 moms and 2 Mother's Days. I have a stepmom and I have my mom. I also have people that are like my dad. I have a person very important in my life, and I celebrate during Father's Day. So there's many people you can celebrate that you care about. And so good question. Do you have family you would like to celebrate? Yeah, I do too. I will send you some crafts to make as gifts to celebrate the family members you have and love. Oh, that's what's inside that box. I also have a couple of songs you can learn. Enjoy. Love, the Gingerbread Man. Well, how wonderful. What Gingerbread Man? You do. You miss your family, your grandma. You like to celebrate. That's who you live with. Nice. Do you celebrate her for Mother's Day? Yeah. Grandmas, aunts, maybe sisters, caregivers. Those are all people that you care about. And let's see some gifts that maybe we could give them as a way that showing that we love and care and appreciate them. What? You're right. You don't even have to give gifts. You can show them by giving them a hug and saying, I love you. That's the best gift of all. But Gingerbread Man also gave us some things that we can give them, and he wants me to send them to you this week. So let's take a look inside. Gingerbread Man, thank you. Let me put you right next to my pug mugs there. All right, it looks like we have quite a bit of things in here. You know what, Gingerbread Man, I think I'm going to make some samples, and I'll get right back to you. So I'll show you how you can make some of these crafts, because we have a lot of things. Cooking things, there's a lot of crafts, and it looks like some fun keychains. So let me decorate these and give you a good example of how you can do it at home. Hello, welcome back. I've been busy crafting away, fixing all of those wonderful gifts from the Gingerbread Man. But I also have to fix something. I accidentally said that there's several holidays in May when actually there's one holiday that we celebrate, Mother's Day, where we can celebrate all those special ladies in our lives, like mothers, grandmothers, aunts. Maybe you live with someone special that we call a caregiver. In June, next month, we celebrate Father's Day, and that's where we can celebrate men in our life that are special and help take care of us, like grandpas, uncles, fathers, stepfathers. Maybe you have a special coach in your life that was a very important person too. So I wanted to talk about that and explain the gifts that the Gingerbread Man brought us is not only for May, but also for June. So let's get started. Now, in May, he gave us some special gifts that our mother can use in the kitchen. It is called a pot holder, and it helps us when we're cooking so we don't burn our hands on hot plates. So this, I just took markers to. Now, if I want to wash it, I have to use Sharpies. So let me show you. In my pug mug, I have some of these Sharpies, and this is what I used, and I colored it in. So let me go ahead and do this, and I'll get this color. I did not finish coloring in because I want to show you how to use markers. I have that little flower there that's not filled in, so I'm going to take it, and oh, I definitely need my glasses for this. Going to slowly, remember I go to the edge, and I just make little circles, boys and girls. When we're coloring details, we go slow and steady because we want to fill in the whole area. And with markers, we have to go nice and slow. So, there we go. Now I'm finished. So make sure when you're coloring, if you want to have it permanent where you can wash this, you can use Sharpies, but also regular markers will do fine if you don't want to wash it. And on the back, I went ahead and wrote my name with the year. Now this is something you can do, or you can have a family member write the year and you just write your name with a black Sharpie so we can wash it, or just a regular marker if you want it just for like a display. So this is one gift, and it's nice and light. He was so smart. He gave us things that when I mail it to you, it will be able to come to your house, and we won't have to use several stamps because the weight. Now, the other gifts that he brought us were crafts for this month, and this would be a nice little gift. It is a Butterfly, you're right. In spring, we see a lot of these. They are flying around, and you may be learning about some of that this month in your packet, how caterpillars change into butterflies. So I get to use some of these. I pulled all this out. Now I've already made the body and the antenna. I put that behind the body, but then I have all of this that I pulled apart. So I get to decorate my butterfly, and just to let you know, there are directions here. So if you get, for example, there's different color butterflies. So there's yellow, blue, and pink. And each one has a little way of making it special. You can decorate yours however you want, but some of you may want to follow the rules on this. So I pull these labels off and I stick it, and I can decorate that. And then it has a nice magnet on the back. So I take this and I put this on the back and I attach the magnet to it. And it could be for the refrigerator or holding important papers. So fun. Put that on the back, put a magnet to it, and voila. I can write my name and my date, and we have our butterfly. So that's the other gift. I'm going to put that right there. Stick it. Okay, next one is my keychain. Again, these are all lightweight items, so when they mail to you, Gingerbread Man was so smart, they'll be easily fitting, they'll fit into the envelope. This right here is a little keychain that we can decorate, but Gingerbread Man let me know when I was making these, this is for Father's Day. So if you have an important man in your life, like a grandpa, an uncle, maybe an important coach, that's who I made mine for. I had an important man in my life that was my coach. His name was Omar, and I made this for him. So I wrote on the back, to Omar, from Mrs. Saba. And I just drew a picture. But a lot of you are going to get your school picture in the mail, and you may put your school picture there and then decorate around it. It's up to you. So this is for Father's Day in June, and the other gifts are for Mother's Day in May. And this butterfly maybe is for you for your refrigerator. Enjoy them from the Gingerbread Man. Now, other things we are celebrating in May and June and July are birthdays. At the end of the month, we celebrate our summer birthdays. Birthdays in June, birthdays in July. We already did August when we first came to school. But my poor June, July birthdays, when we are off enjoying home learning during the summer, you do not get to celebrate your birthday, but I have a special treat. You get to have them delivered to you in the mail. So I'm going to ask Gingerbread Man if I can put this in the mail too with you. You get your birthday hat, your birthday sticker, and your nice birthday, don't forget, your birthday candy treat. We call that the scepter, with your crown and your scepter. So this is going to, we had 2 birthdays we celebrated in May, and actually we have 3. 2 were already celebrated and they received their special birthday treats. You know who you are, and we love to celebrate birthdays in class in room 1. So know that birthday gifts are coming in the mail if your birthday is in May, June, or July. Know that gifts are coming for those special people in our life that we celebrate for Mother's Day in May, Father's Day in June. And we need to get to our packets. So I'll be right back. All right, we're ready for this week's packet. You get a new packet this week. It's so exciting. I can't wait. I hope you drive through because I will be at Beardsley Elementary passing out the San Loren packets. So remember, show up on Monday and you can see me pass out the packets at Beardsley Elementary. Now, if you're not able to drive over there, that's fine. San Loren still has the packets for you, and they will be passed out. Also, please, if you have a library book and you were one of those friends that I've been sending out reminders to return your library book. Please return those during packet pickup or any time during the week because Mrs. Davis is trying to collect those books and we need those back. So if you have a library book at home or you don't know where it is, look really hard this week. Now, let's get to those packets. This week, you're going to have something that looks a little different than the other packets because San Loren was able to make their own packets for the next 2 weeks. So all the directions are right here on what to do for week 1. And I love these because we are really reinforcing practice before you go off to first grade. We are giving you a nice little map, week 1 and week 2, of what to do. And we're giving you practice on your letters and your sounds and to do a little reading log at home so you can keep track. And then we want to hear your opinion. Do you like it? Was it your favorite? No? Okay, so you can mark right here. After that, we have numbers and letters to practice. So you can give us flashcards, and this is where you get to play a game. Parents, I know it's getting very hard to sit with your child, and I have to tell you, during this time of the year, it's not just you and learning at home. Teachers everywhere, fourth quarter around this time, have a hard time getting children to focus. It is just the way it goes in spring. We want to be outside, we're ready to play. And the weather's warm, so I don't know about you, but I want to be outside too. So what we have to do is kind of give little chunks of information. The schedule may change a little bit. In the morning, we've changed the month from April to May. And when we change to May, we know that we better change up that schedule. It's not just you. Teachers know too. We have to give a little bit more learning videos, maybe a little bit more games, and then do the C work. And boy, if you start seeing their minds drift away, you can do 1 or 2 things. Number 1, give them a little brain food and say, keep on going, you're almost there. Or respect that your child is finished and maybe they need to do a little learning game. So, May, it happens. Also, we're giving you some information for learning games at home. You may go ahead and hide the letters, hide the numbers, go find them, read them, know their sounds. Let's reinforce all of that great kindergarten learning. You have cards and your child can cut them out. Great activity to do with those scissors I gave you. You can keep busy on what number is it. Go hide the number outside, make it like an egg hunt, like Easter. Really have fun with these. That's a good way to get all of those ants in the pants out and still learn. Also, you'll see when I send information to you, we're going to practice writing. It's very important every day, reading and writing. So these have the directions. This does not. So we need to practice and practice. So this will be in the envelopes that I mail to you. Also, really fast, you will have addition and subtraction cards too. Now these are fun games that you can have your child cut out cards and practice, but I also have this in learning videos too. So know that if you are getting tired of sitting and doing those worksheets that are in the packet, maybe do a fun little learning game. Ooh, find 8, take away 8. What is that? Show me on your fingers. If I have 8 and I take away 8, how many is that? What's left? You're right, 0's left. Oh, find that. What's 8 minus 8? Then they can go around the house and find that card and then tell you what's left at the end. It's just another way to have fun with learning. In the packet, you will see a hundreds chart and a number line. This is another way to add or subtract. And the hundreds chart is good for what number comes next. And getting ready for first grade, because in first grade they have to write 1 to 100. Let's see how far you can write. Most of you, in fact, all of you were able to get to 1 through 20 before we left. A lot of you are getting past there. So let's see how high you can go. And if you need help, we have that in there. The packets are exactly what you were working on with in your envelope. So you're used to this. We have a language arts side and a math side. And for math, we have addition pages and subtraction pages. For reading, we always hand out books for homework at night, but this is reading a passage and you can read it to them. They have some questions. Or some of you are ready to read by yourself with maybe a little help on sight words. So this is the reading. And for writing, we have sentences and sight words. You get to read it, write it, trace it, write it, and then find the picture that matches. So it's pretty self-explanatory this week. Now, there's a lot of fun crafts and art and drawing activities, but we have a lot of arts and crafts for our holiday Mother's and Father's Day if you want to work on that. This is additional things for you. So much this week. It's a lot when we first add a packet. Remember, give yourself some time to look at it, go through the YouTube video so you're ready. Now, also, for your books this week, I want to talk a little bit about the UGG family and our sight words. We have a lot of changes this time of the year, and oh, it's so hard to miss it with you guys because I love spring. I love going out and learning about flowers and how the water cycle happens. And this week we get to explore it with Bug and Zach. Those are our characters. We talk always about what's in the story, who's in it, where does it take place, that's a setting, and it introduces our new word family, which is my favorite word family. I hate that I'm missing it with you because it's my Pug Mug week. And this week I get to have my Pug Mug because we introduced the UG family. In the UG family, right here, you can freeze this. This is our learning videos. UG-UG word families and UD-UD word families in learning videos. So freeze it. All right. Jack Hartman this week, you get to learn the new May calendar. And let's remember, we're reinforcing those letter sounds. In math, you're going to addition and subtraction, Jack Hartman, or here's some good ones, new ones. Love, Harry, Kindergarten, add 'em up, and adding and subtraction. Also, this one is from Sesame Street. It's called Sesame Studios, and it's a subtraction. So you can freeze this. And remember, as your kids are floating away, maybe they need a little bit more brain food. Maybe they need a stamp or a sticker to get them motivated to keep going on those learning work packets and worksheets. Do belly time, go learn outside, go learn at a table, but you may need to change it up. It's not just you. They give us a hard time too in the spring. They want to go outside and play and they start getting spring fever. So hang in there. We're very close. This week we want to really celebrate our different learning with books, and with Bug in the Jug, we get to learn fables. Remember last week I talked to you about fantasy? This week we get to go The Crow and the Pitcher. These are fables where they teach us a lesson or a moral. So The Crow and the Pitcher, we can freeze this. And these are 2 great learning videos on YouTube. It'll give you 20 minutes. And they trust me, we do these during quiet time and they love it. Another one that will give you a 20-minute break but introduce lessons is Peep and the Big Wide World. Oh, I love the Peep videos. This week he's going to have the disappearing water or the disappearing drink. It's going to introduce evaporation, which happens this time of the year when it gets really hot. You can go outside and pour some water on the concrete and you come back, it gets smaller. You come back later and it's gone. That's how we introduce the water cycle in kindergarten. Do an example outside and let them watch it. And we'll talk a little bit about this. And Peep will introduce that evaporation. Now, let me show you on Starfall where we get to go to those books that are real, nonfiction, and it'll talk about precipitation. And they're in the, I believe, the talking library or in my learning library at Starfall. I have to go check. So let me get to Starfall. This week we are going, and a lot of you are looking at this. You go into Starfall and you say, Mrs. Saba, I don't know how to log in. Well, let me help you. On Starfall, some of you had the login that we need to change. And right now you get to add your own email and your own password. Then you get to give the code that I give you to enter. That is a free code from our school district. Please use it. It is good all summer. What an awesome opportunity to be able to continue and start doing first grade stuff on Starfall in a fun way. You don't need to go out and buy all those bridging activities or worksheets. Do it here. Use it. So once you enter that code that I give you, you're going to get into Starfall and you're going to be able to go through and get into this. Always know that you go to kindergarten, or some of you will be going into first grade in the summer. You can practice a little bit. Go into kindergarten, and this is where we're going. We're going into Talking Library. Talking Library is where you will find. Now, if you see this, I want to show you this. This means you're in the free area, which is great, but you don't have access to all the books. You have not contacted me, or maybe you accidentally put in the wrong access code. So let me help you. I do not mind you contacting me several times to get into this because I want you to utilize it. So if you are here and you want to go into nonfiction, we're going to see, now I have it open where you can't get to it, so that's why it's right here next to the astronaut, and it's called Participation. Precipitation. It took me a while. I'll tell you I do that. It's hard to talk on YouTube. Okay. Precipitation is right there, and you get to go there. It gives you a little break, and it'll give your children some great information in a fun way. So utilize this and go to that book. Remember, I'm on the free trial, so it doesn't give me all the books. If you're using my access code that I'm giving you, you get all the access that you need for everything. So that's this week. Let's go ahead and get to the math really fast, and I want to show you. Today with addition and subtraction, you're going to go to always review numbers and always start with calendar. We have a new calendar this month. We're in May. You go to AEIOU this week for your book, Bug in a Jug. You're going to also go to practice numbers and practice letters because we want to reinforce that learning. And this week we're going to Hippo Math to do addition and subtraction. Now, a lot of you in Hippo Math are ready for more addition and subtraction. So you can go here and you may practice more. Going into those skills where you are going to be working all through that, working hard on that addition and subtraction this week and getting what we call fluent. So we know. We want to know in kindergarten how to do 0 through 5 quickly. So when I do this, what's 1 plus 2? Or yes, when we add those together, it's 3. What's 2 plus 3? Yes, it's 5. So we want to know those facts fluently. 0 to 5. Now, 0 to 10 is not fluent, but if you are able, if you've got 0 to 5, go to 10. But know that if your child is still working on 0 to 5, that's okay. 0 to 10, we work on using pictures. We want to know how to go ahead and add 5 and 5 more. But we may have to count on our fingers, and we may have to count on objects. And I brought a lot of objects that we can count with. Hold on. This is what I'd like to show you. We have a lot of objects at home. You do not have to buy fancy manipulatives. Use macaroni, use markers, use a lot of things that you have at home to count. Also, know that if you are working on addition and subtraction, you can do that also with taking away. Use Play-Doh. They love to do this. Make some balls, roll them up, and then let's get rid of some. Smash 2. If I have 5 and you smash 2, what are you left with? That's a good way to, if they're struggling with subtraction, it's a visual. And that's why we want in kindergarten, it's okay to use those manipulatives. If they're struggling with numbers to 10, if you have 10 circles or spheres and you smash 5, how many's left? So use that. All right, let's get back to our books of the week. Look at this as the wonders. Now let me get to wonders really fast because I want to show you one more thing before I let you go. In wonders, we have, after you go to the Beardsley School District website and you go up to the top and click on, I think it's on this side, Clever, you do the hello QR code, check, and you're in. You'll see something that looks like this. This is my Clever homeroom. Now, I may go down below and I may use this, or you may click into my classroom. If I go down here, then I'm going to use right here. In Wonders, I go to this red McGraw-Hill. When I click in there, that's how I get to my sight words. I get to sentence practice in the games. I go to the game little picture, and I get to do review of my books. So you may utilize all those games in there and find sight word practice, but that's where parents, you'll have to help them. Go to the sight word practice and sentence building. It's good work, and you're going to see a lot of the long vowels. In here you may go also, I want this week, since we're really hitting on addition and subtraction fluency, go to that orange man. That's called Imagine Math. Imagine Math hits your child right where they are with math. And if they need help, it'll scaffold it down and get them some skills to really reinforce math to get them back up to the kindergarten standards. If they're ready, then it will keep moving and it'll go into first grade. So just know if it hits you exactly where your student is. And I love the way they introduce it. They help other children go through the math and learn it. So they get to be kind of a teacher. Always have them go, when they go to the Imagine Math, have them start at the cave. It's called Treasure Island. That's where they want to finish and earn all their tokens. And that way you know that they have finished a lesson and they're ready to move on. So on the map, if you say different pictures, make sure they go Treasure Island first. It's like a cave. So that's this right here for Imagine Math. So this week we want to try Wonders, Imagine Math, and Starfall. Now, there's some fun stuff down here too. Highly suggest, really recommend the, oops, my cat just jumped on my computer, sorry. I highly suggest Brain Pop Junior. There's some fun videos there and some more addition and subtraction on Brain Pop too. Let me show you. Let me go to Brain Pop Junior. Sorry, my cat is wanting to visit me. Rosie. So right here is Brain Pop. And you may go ahead and work on that under Math. You'll see it right there. All right. This week, I think I've gone over your learning. You have new packets. I've talked about all the fun games. I've talked about the fact that, boy, your kids are going to get tired. They are ready to kind of explore and have summer fun. So let them do that. My last thing I want to do is bring in your kids because it's time for them to get to this. It's time for you to stop the video and say, come on, Mrs. A wants to talk to you. Ready? Okay. Hey, welcome back. This is my cat, Rosie. She wanted to say hi. Rosie, I need to tell my students how to do Mother's Day and Father's Day at home. Hi. I hope your parents got you back because this is for you. This week we have Mother's Day and we want to celebrate on Sunday. It's always the second Sunday of May. We're also going to get ready because starting in June we have Father's Day. Now, those holidays are special because we get to celebrate the people in our family that we love. And there's a special way that we do it in room 1. We have songs. Gingerbread Man gave us some great songs, so I wrote them all down. Now, this is what you get to do. Go to YouTube, and you might need help from your parents. So have your parents freeze this. Are you ready? Okay. Rosie, I have to move you. Come here, baby. All right. This is my videos from the Kaboomers. They have on Mother's Day, song for kids, and on Father's Day, songs for kids. But they're very similar. So once I know the song and the rhythm, then I get to do the same for Father's Day. It talks about making a heart. So you get to take your hands, curve them around, and make a heart. And then you blow it out, and you give it to them. So that's what we get to do during that song. I want you to practice making a heart with your hands. And then you blow them a kiss, and you blow it out. So when we sing, remember we also do actions because it uses more of our brain. We get to see it, we get to hear it, and we get to do it, and then say it. Oh, we're using all of our brains when we do see it, hear it, say it, and make it. All right. After you do those songs, we're practicing. We have Boom Chicka Boom, Mother's Day by the Learning Station, and Boom Chicka Boom, Father's Day by the Learning Station. Again, these are repeat songs. So on Sunday or this week, we can perform for our families that we love. And if you're not close to your grandma, your uncle, or whoever you want to perform for, maybe your family can help you take a video and you can send it to them. The last song that we have right here is one of my favorites, Jack Hartman, We Are Family. I love it. It goes for Mother's Day and Father's Day. And it just talks about all the people that are special in our life. So enjoy learning with these new songs. Enjoy giving a gift to your family that you love. And I'll take good care of the Gingerbread Man because he wants to go home too. So I'm going to send him off so he can see his family and his grandma that he loves. Have a great week. Mwah. Take care.